Hello everyone, welcome back to Railworks. My name is James and today we're doing another locomotive review, this one being the Farish LMS 4F 060 locomotive, and yeah, as you can see it's a rather nice loco. And first things first, let's get all the boring bits out of the way. And I would tell you the actual product code for the 4F, however my one comes from the Seaside Excursion pack, so I have to tell you the product details for the basic same loco, same livery and all that lot, just different running numbers. So I'll just tell you them ones. So it's the product code is 372060, class 4F 060. The running number is 43924, BR black with lake crest and Fowler tender. So it's pretty much same thing, different running number. Anyway, inside, what you normally get inside the box, if you got the normal one, is the usual Backman Collectors Club application form, and also the product warranty, which we don't read. And also you get the actual 4F information sheet, just with the exploded diagram of how to put it all together if you need to replace anything, and also how to run in curves, body removal, lubrication, and DCC decoder fitting. And the DCC decoder is in the tender, and it just pops off like so. I have got a decoder fitted, and it's a little bit fiddly trying to put it back on, as I tend to fiddle about with it. That's it, it's only got, there we go. That'll do for now. And also you will get a detail pack, and hopefully this is the same between the normal 4F and my 4F, but in my one I have coke rails to go around the outside. I'm not too sure what that bit is. I know it has to go over the coal bit, but not entirely sure what it is entirely. You have cab doors and also fake little coupling hooks to put on either end, which I won't bother with because it doesn't really bother me that much. Anyway, let's have a quick look at how much it weighs before we get into any other details. Also, it does have NEM pockets either end and has all-wheel pickup on all 6 drive wheels and 6 tender wheels. So that's zeroed out. You can get this in a few liveries, I think. All of them being black, but it is 42.3 grams, so it's about Mark 1.5 of weight, so something like that. As a Mark 1 coach is 25 grams, and this is actually it's probably about nearly double, so it's probably yeah, it's nearly about double a Mark 1 coach weight. Anyway, like I said, it's got NEM pockets. The underframe detail is, it's basic, it's functional, it's mostly the inner workings of the 4F, but the detail everywhere else, that's where it is absolutely gorgeous. You do have a cab detail. If I just make sure I zoom in, not zoom out. Cab detail is absolutely wonderful. Since it's a very open cab, you can see absolutely everything in there. It has got separately fitted parts, and I think around the safety valve and also the whistle, I think they are metal. They feel metal. I can't really tell all that well. Coal load is it's enough to look good, but it has actually left you enough space to add more. So if you want to add your own coal to it, just put a thin layer over top, it should be alright. Detail on the back has got lovely printing. It is a plain black livery, so we haven't got too much. Well, there's no lying at all, but I said you can get this in LMS black, early and late crest, and I think there may be a SDJR livery, not entirely sure. You can also get the Midland 4F, which is basically same, very similar model, but it's a earlier design loco. There is a builder's plate, very finely printed there, very hard to see, and I only have seen this on my 4F, is that there is actually detail for the running gear. I said I've never seen that on any other N-gauge model, other than my 4F. I'm not entirely sure if it's for this specific model of 4F, because I said this is from a DC Cert excursion pack, or if it's on every 4F, but that is very, very nice for end gates, for inside cylinders. It's got riveting everywhere, well, everywhere it should be. As you can see on the front of the buffer beam, as you might be able to see, there is riveting on there, and also riveting around the smokebox door. Obviously the running number on the front, and on the side it's very much the same as the other side. And like I said, the printing and the detail where it is as what you would expect. And you have also got the reversing rod here. Not sure if it's meant to be black. It looks very nice in black, but don't know if it's meant to be a different colour, but black looks good for me. But and also I have just noticed underneath my thumb, the cab ventilator, it actually has got a gap underneath it, so technically air is going through the gaps and into the cab. That is amazing. If you just about see it there, that is amazing. I'm very impressed with this model. And like I said, detail under frame, it's basic and functional mostly. Downsides, the axles aren't painted black, and obviously the bolts for the connecting rod are oversized, but they're a compromise really. It works wonderful, so I don't mind. I'm more of a running person who prefers things to run well instead of just look nice and not run at all. So yes. Anyway, I'm going to get this onto the turntable so you can see these all in much better detail, and then I'll tell you a bit more about the prototype, and then we can get it onto the layout. So I'll see you in a bit. The London, Midland and Scottish Railway Fowler Class 4F is a class of 060 steam locomotive designed for medium freight work. They represent the ultimate development of Midland Railway's 6 coupled tender engines. Many train spotters knew them as Duck Sixes, a nickname derived from their rear arrangement. The 4F was based on the 197-strong Midland Railway 3835 class of 1911, with only a few modifications. Primarily the adoption of left-hand drive instead of right-hand drive. They originally had been designed by Henry Fowler, who from 1925 became the Chief Medical Engineer of the LMS. Midland Railway locomotives were notorious for their short axle box bearings, which were prone to overheating. This design feature was perpetuated in the LMS 4F, but the problem was eventually solved with the fitting of mechanical lubricators. The LMS constructed 530 of the locomotives between 1923 and 1928, numbered sequentially from where the Midland engines left off from 4027. A further 45 examples were reluctantly authorised by William Stranier in 1937 at the behest of the operating department. Withdrawals from stock occurred between 1959 and 1966. 3 LMS-built 4Fs survive, with the first built LMS 4F number 44027 being part of the national collection. In addition, 1 Midland 4F number 43924 has also survived. Right, here we are on my Gosport layout, and here we have the 4F on the track. One thing which I did forget to mention was that this model doesn't have any traction tyres, which is a rather nice thing to see, because it means that all the pulling power, which you'll see, will be coming from just the fact that it's the actual strength of the loco and not any aid from any rubber wheels or anything like that. Anyway, I'm going to get on to testing how well this thing runs. So just to mention, this is under DCC, because mine is DCC fitted. It will be slightly different under DC, but this is an example of what the engine can do under DCC. So I'm just going to go forward a little bit. This is slow speed test first. That's a rather nice slow speed. And that's the point where that's as slow as you can get it. And in reverse. Rotating up, there we go. I have also noticed that the gearing will be on the rear wheel, because that's the one which moves first. So yeah, the motor is in the boiler itself. Yeah, that seems rather nice. Right, and now let's get it to run round my layout. Let's give it a nice gentle speed. There we go. Also, if anybody's wondering, I did have to move the goods shed because it was a bit in the way. Right, just going past my test rake. Actually, I'm just going to speed it up a little bit more. And even though it does say recommended going around second radius curves, the 4F will probably go around quite well on first radius if you need to. Because my inside track is actually sub second radius. That's rather nice. Unfortunately, it's not the best view angle from here, but it's still a nice view of the 4F. Anyway, I'm just going to bring it to the front a bit quicker. Some nice smooth run, and not all that noisy. Most of the noise is actually coming from the wheels itself. I'm actually going to turn this around because it means I don't have to mess around too much with the coaches. So yeah, just get 4F on there. Right. And here is my test rake of 8 Mark 1s. These are 25 grams each, so this is 200 grams of coats to pull. And yeah, this is about 43 grams, something like that, if I remember right. I've recorded that a bit earlier, I've still forgotten how much it is, but let's just say 43. And yeah, so this is about 5 times its own weight, something like that. Anyhow, let's see how well it couples up. Carefully backwards. And that is perfect. And it has no issues pulling 5 times its own weight. Just make sure I put it on the track properly. Yep, that seems happy. And I know it's meant to be a goods locomotive, but it would have done this job as well. Oh, a bit of struggling there. Not too sure if that's just due to that it was going at slow speed, but it did have a bit of struggle going up that slight incline, a very slight incline. Maybe 8 coaches is a bit too much for it. Let's just see how it is when we turn up the speed a little bit more. So lovely view of 8 coaches behind a 4F, but it might be a bit too much for it. Yes, that is slowing down a little bit. So yes, 8 coaches is probably a bit on the heavy side for the Farish 4F. I'd probably recommend maybe 6 coaches, just to be on the safe side. So it's only, I have to do maths now. It's only 150 grams of weight. So it can do 5 times, but that's a struggle, and that's only a very that's only a very slight incline that was. So yeah, that's pushing it. But I said it has no tracks and tyres, so that was it pulling it 5 times its own weight without any help. But anyway, on to the most important question is price. I haven't got the price of the current model, which this model of the 4F. However, the next one coming out, which is, I think it was £118 roughly. Let's just say 120, which has gone up from last time I actually remember. I remember these being about probably about at most 110, so it has gone up a little bit, but unfortunately due to inflation and probably something like that, I'm not entirely sure. Economics has never been my forte, but oh well. But yes, is it still worth that price at £120 basically? And I would say, if you really know, to be honest, I would say yes, but but I've already got one, so I don't have to worry about it. But it may be that the new one will actually have sound fitted. Basically, like my C class, it will have a sound box inside it already. But unfortunately, I don't know because the new one's not out yet. But you can get one of these for about £100. I would definitely recommend one, but 120 without any extra features, maybe pushing it. So yeah, that's up to you to decide. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review. Sorry it's not in all that conclusive at the end, but I said the current version is not out yet, so I can't really say if it's got sound or not. But yeah, let's just send my one off on its way and struggle going up that incline. There we go, give it a bit of speed, that'll do it. Anyway, this has been James from Gosport Railworks, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope you enjoy your day. And eventually we'll come back out, there we go. There we go. So I hope you enjoy your day. Don't forget to subscribe, like and comment if you really want to. If not, again, still hope you enjoy your day. Oh well, anyway, see you again next time. Bye bye now. Let's just watch it go round and past the engine shed.